Hello, Michael again here for another WordPress training video, and in this video I'm going to give you kind of an introduction and an overview of posts and pages. Now, in a WordPress website you have two different kind of categories of main content, pages and posts. Posts deal with the blog portion of your website. Pages are kind of more like the more static content of your website. So let me just kind of walk you through a couple examples of each and why you might choose one over another for a different piece of content. The homepage of your website, as you can see here with our test blog for creating training videos, is the central blog content of the site. Right now this has 4 posts on it, all of which I've mostly created in other training videos. We have this thanks TPTB, that's hard to say, post. We have the did you know that you can do that at the library post, a library will be closed next Monday post, and a hello world post. Each of these posts will appear in the main content area of your site. Now this may vary based on your theme. I will refer you to the themes video for more details on that. Each one will have a title, its content. It will be dated and possibly time-stamped as to when it was posted. It will list the name of the person who posted it. Below that, typically, you will have any category that you may have posted it in, a link for any comments that have been left by readers, which would also be a link that would allow readers to read comments. And because I'm also currently logged into WordPress, this edit link. Now, generally, your users will not see the edit link because they will not be logged into your site. Posts are for kind of here's what's new, here's what's going on. New books and events coming up at the library. Any sort of news or information you want people to know about the library that's kind of the newest thing. Stuff that is maybe time sensitive. This is stuff that doesn't necessarily have to be available all the time for the long term. Now, as with most blogs, what will happen is a couple of things, and this will vary depending on some settings that you set, and refer you to the different videos regarding the settings in WordPress. But generally, new posts will appear for about a week on the home page, and any new post you create will appear at the top of the page, moving all others down. When a page gets old enough to fall off of the home page, then what will happen is it will go into the archive of your site. Generally, archives are a whole month's worth of posts. So right now, all the posts we have here have been written in January, so there is a January archive. As more posts would be written, new material would add at the top, older material would fall down towards the bottom, and then eventually only be available through the archive. Also, the categories, right now you can see here in this example, everything is uncategorized. I will refer you to the video regarding the setting up of categories and the how to create a blog post video with a little more detail than that. So, as I mentioned in the introductory video to all of this, one thing that is expected of you is that you write at least 1 post per week. Okay, so those are posts. Pages are a little different. Pages are a little more like static content, the information that doesn't necessarily change all that often, things that the readers might want to get to, but kind of more supplementary material. Now, we have set up a couple of pages for you automatically, so there's kind of some pre-populated content, and generally pages are going to be listed somewhere along in the header of your theme. In this case, in the 2010 theme that I'm using, they are listed here in this black bar. Now, again, that will vary from theme to theme, but when you start, you'll be starting with 2010. This is where you'll find links to your pages. Generally, what we're going to do is we're going to give you an about page, which you will need to fill in with your information about your library, maybe some history, some photographs, hours, things like that. The calendar page, separate video on calendar details. The contact page, also a separate video on contacts. We've also created a for kids and teens and a Nebraska resources page. These pages do not age, they do not move, they just kind of sit there with static information. Another page that we suggest you create is a policies page. Underneath that, you might include, depending on the length of your policies, separate pages for things like internet policy, computer use policy, borrowing privileges, interlibrary loan policies, that sort of information. Those sorts of content would be considered pages. Those aren't really blog posts. That's not new information. That's pretty much static long-term information. A page will generally look exactly like any other page in the site or web page in the site. You will use the same theme and the same sidebars, and all that information will continue. It's just kind of, in this case, a static list of content. It could be narrative content, the calendar, the contact information, about, I'll bring that up. There's really not much here, but this is just a simple example of a page. Okay. I will have many more details on how to actually create pages and posts in separate videos, but just to show you real quick in the back end where you get to that information, here I am at the dashboard. There is a posts link. This will take you to all of the pages you need to create and edit your posts. And there is also a pages menu over here on the left, which will take you to all the web pages you need to create your posts and edit your posts. Excuse me, pages link takes you to be able to create and edit your pages, whereas the post menu item takes you to where you can create and edit all of your posts. So that's just a quick and dirty overview of the differences between posts, up-to-date, current information, what's new, and pages, static, long-term, not changed very often content. And so there you go. If you have any questions or comments, as always, just go ahead and leave a comment in this blog post, and I will be happy to help you out as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.